Hello everyone, I am back with a haul. I went to my fabric store last night and I didn't find much, so I was hoping to find something, and I didn't get anything from the B.L last week, but this morning there was some stuff in there. The bees were still there, so I had to be cautious. I did manage to get most of it out without getting stung, which I was really nervous about. They kept flying right for my face, and I swapped sides and they'd go towards that side wherever the commotion was at, but I think they knew I wasn't there to hurt them, so they didn't really bother me. They just tried to fly at my face. So I'm going to start at this end. It's all kind of mixed together, but I'll tell you where it come from. But I got these from the fabric store last night. They're like the shepherd's hooks, and ooh, I knocked it over. And these go with it, and so do these. This is like the stake that goes in the ground, and it's supposed to have the poles that come up, but they didn't have any of the poles in there. But then you put one of these on there, and you can put 2 hooks on there, 2 shepherd hooks, or I have one here that's 3. And then these little guys kind of cover, let's see if I can get it on there, cover the top there. So I didn't see any of the poles. I went back there today to see if maybe they threw the poles out today, but they donate to, I think it's like the Big Brothers or something like that, and their van was backed up to the door, so I didn't go up there. But I know that they donate some stuff, so that's pretty nice that they do actually donate. So I got those from the fabric store. There was a grab bag in there, but it was pretty bad. They had poured paint in there and opened a thing of frosting, and it was downpouring rain last night, so everything got messed up. But they definitely took their time. Sorry about all the road noise. They took their time to destroy stuff. There was like a t-shirt in there and a couple things of yarn that they had sliced up really, really bad. And there was an apron in there too that they sliced, and it had the paint and the frosting all over it too. But I did manage to save, I think this is supposed to be like a flower pumpkin, like a wood. I can't remember what they called that wood, but it has like the little stem. I stuck that stem back in there. It has a little bit of the paint on it, but I can turn it the other way and you won't see the paint, or I can repaint the whole thing. And this vanilla bourbon, you can see the paint and the frosting. It's one of those, I think it's called a reed thing. It has the little sticks, which aren't any good because they got paint all over them, but you stick those in there in the oil, and it's supposed to send the scent into your house. And this leaf thing was in there. You can see it got pretty bad paint. I think the top was broken right there, but the paint was actually peeling off today now that it's dry, but I can always repaint it. And then the last thing that oh no, that's not the last, was there was 2 of these Mahogany Suede candles. They're kind of like a cologne smell. They smell a lot like a manly cologne. And there were a bunch of these picture frames. They were in the very back. Like I said, it was raining and it was dark, so I was trying to climb up with my flashlight. I didn't even think to take my husband's headlamp and get out without falling. But there was a bunch of these in there. I don't take very many of these because they're just the cheap plastic frames, but sometimes I will because the glass is still intact in there, and if I find another frame that I like that needs glass, then I have the glass already cut. This little spiderweb thing was in there. I'm not sure what it went on, but I can use it for crafting. And this little taco patch. A couple of pens. This is just like a white marking pen. And this is, I think it's like a black paint pen. And then this metal thing was in there. It's just a O, I guess. So I'm not sure what I'll do with that. And these little oh, this one's messed up, maybe that's why. But these are just little like spools. They're cute for crafting and stuff. A lot of people like the miniature spools. And this solar light was the last thing in there. And it does work. I can turn it on. It was working last night anyway. There it goes. So it does work. So that was all that I found at the fabric store. I'll start back over here again because I went back to the DG yesterday morning before I went over to my sister's, and I found 3 more, well, 2 and a a tiny bit of the dish soap. This was that bag that I wanted to grab. It had those in it, and it had 5 of these little Head and Shoulders. They're like travel size bottles. Looks like maybe, I think this one was leaking. This one, well, they all have a little bit of soap on them, but that one has most of it. And then over here I found these. They weren't in the package. I just retaped the package so that they would stay in there, but they're like the wallflower type things. A box of Tylenol, extra strength, and that's still good. Like, it's still sealed in the box, and the date is 2024. And there was this box. You see the bottom got torn open, but it's still in there sealed. It says 2022. I don't know if you can read it. It's not looking like it, but it's a allergy relief nasal spray. I think my sister uses that for my nephew, so I'll see if she wants it. And then a box of freezer bags. These ones still look in pretty decent shape. The box wasn't wet. It's been raining a lot the last week, so some of the stuff I couldn't get. There was a whole case of kind of like the Thin Mint cookies, their brand though, the Clover Valley brand or something, in there, but it was so hot and it had been raining, so the packages were wet, which is fine because they're in plastic, but it was hot and they had melted in there. So I opened one up and checked, and they were melted inside there. Otherwise I would have grabbed some of them. And I checked the Dollar General by my sister yesterday, and even though their garbage night was the night before last, because I checked there a couple weeks ago when I went to visit her, but there was 3 cases of Little Debbie snacks in there, and I was going to grab them, but I was in her car, so I couldn't reach to the bottom of the dumpster to get them out, so I left them in there. I don't know if there's a recall on them. It looked like the donuts, which I know some of the donuts were a penny item, and there was like the cosmic brownies that I could see, but I thought about going back to get them, but when I left her house, it was raining really bad, and so I just didn't even want to deal with it. It's about a 20-minute trip from her house to my house, so it's not too far, but I didn't want to be soaking wet for that trip. But then I went to the B.L today, and I was surprised that there was actually some stuff in there. So first thing was this clock, which actually I did not see first. I had seen that mirror first, but this clock was in there. It's a large clock, as you can see, like compared to that size of that candle. The glass was broken out of it, so I left the glass and I grabbed the clock because I'm sure the clock still works fine even without the glass. And then this this mirror was in there, and you can see right here it has one piece that's broken, but I can cut a new piece for it. And there were 2 of these clocks in there. The one had the glass broken out of it, and this one seems to be just fine. It just has a bit of glass in the box from the other one. It doesn't even have a crack or chip or anything. So I grabbed this one. I left the other one. I left a couple other things for, I know there's another diver that goes there, so I left a couple things there. I grabbed this little dog, and I thought he was fine. He's missing a leg, which I did see. It was in a box, but the bees were kind of crazy at that point, so I said, well, I'll just grab it next time if it's still there. It was in a box with a broken reindeer, which I really wanted, but it was like a heavy reindeer, and it was like in the middle, like smack dab in the middle of the dumpster, and like I said, the bees were kind of going crazy, so I just kind of got what I could grab and got out of there. But there was 2 of these candles in there. This one is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. The top was broken on this one, so I took the top off of this one and put it on that one, so that one's perfectly fine. This one, you can see a smash there, and this one smells like cologne also. It's called Woodland Nights. It's actually a pretty similar scent to this Mahogany. It's kind of funny because it's about the same shade of gray and everything. And then there were 3 of these pumpkins in there. I only grabbed this one because the other ones were smashed really bad, like lots and lots of pieces. This one, you can see I stuck this piece back in there already. It's not glued, it's just sitting in there. And then the bottom 2 for his mouth are just sitting in there too. But I can fix that. That's an easy fix, and I can even patch all the little gouges and cracks. This is just plaster, so I can use like drywall mud to fill in these cracks, and then I can repaint him once he's all glued back together. But I think that is it for this haul. Here, I'll show you this. I did grab this little squirrel. My sister has a almost like a pet squirrel, I guess. He lives outside, but he comes when she calls him, and she feeds him peanuts and stuff. And I did see his tail was down there by that dog leg, but I didn't grab it. But I'm going to try to grab it. And I thought that he went on this, which one does, but there was another squirrel in there. I grabbed the wrong squirrel. So I'll see if they're still there, and I'll grab them. If not, I'll just toss these in the garbage. Well, I could always use this acorn and just put some florals or something sticking out of there. You won't even notice. And so, yeah, I was hoping I had the pieces so I could glue them back together. My sister could put them in her flower bed, but I didn't. So, yeah, that was a pretty exciting haul for not getting anything from the B.L. I was real excited to see this in there. And I'll go back up to Joann's here in a couple hours once that van is gone and see if maybe they threw the poles. I guess they come in like certain lengths so that you can make it as tall as you want or as short as you want. And then you just you hook one of these right into there, and then it hangs your bird feeder or whatever you want to hang from there, solar lights or any of that. I mean, I could always use them at this height, and then they'll just be as tall as the hook, and hang solar lights from there, or like a low-lying plant, a small plant. So yeah, that's not too bad. I didn't think that I was gonna get enough to make a video, but I did. So thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button, please. It helps me out. And if you're not already subscribed, please consider doing so. And hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time that I post a video. And if you know someone that you think will like it, please share it with them. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.